What up, guys? It's your boy Paul. I'm back with you. This is Rideout Reviews, man. And today, I'm watching Season 3, Episode 5 of The Crown. So, I guess The Crown was losing a little money there. Or, not losing, but don't have enough money to survive, you know? But, yeah, they had to make that documentary, which is insane. It's crazy. That's so funny. I gotta try and find that myself sometime and watch it and just see, like, what it looked like. Also, Philip's mom, man, that was tough, dude. Yeah, that was yeah, she's been through a lot, and that relationship has been tough because, as you can see, from as a boy and Philip growed up, only saw it as one thing, and she abandoned her, but then realized like the trouble and the struggle that she really had to go through, man. So that was good, and to in the ability to see somebody as normal. It was like she's a princess, you know? And she has gone through so much stuff. It's like relating to everybody. It's like, yeah, we want the crown to be ethereal, maybe is the word, an image, something that's far off, that isn't real in a particular sense. But at the same time, man, when you see somebody like that is in that position and that transcendence, but they are they are like one of us, then it brings a real sense of connection, you know. And I think that's what Jesus intended whenever he died on the cross, lived a life on this earth, is that the transcendent one, became like us, and so he knows all the struggles and pains and difficulties, but the joys, the fun, the happiness that we've had as well. In every way, he's experienced the things that we have, and so that's just an amazing thing. But anyway, man, hey, if you want full reactions, go ahead and head over to Patreon. If not, then glad you're here, glad you're watching, glad you're commenting, glad you're enjoying. But let's go ahead and watch episode 5, see what it's about.
Damage had been done by the
Good
dock
afternoon,
strike.
Mr. King.
Britain's trade gap is a staggering £107 million. It's the worst figure on record. The government said that these figures were distorted and meaningless.
Distorted and meaningless. That's socialism, man. I think that's what they were trying to do with the Prime Minister, socialist, right?
It's the strongest headline the Daily Mirror's ever written about a Labour leader.
About head, guilty conscience, I don't know what it's saying. Now I know what it's saying.
Enough is enough. Thumbs down. I had the bowed head. I don't know what that means, but enough is enough. We know what that means.
Lord Mountbatten.
What's he got to do with anything?
He's refusing to make the defense cuts we need. Cuts which you promised.
What are you proposing?
That we kick him out.
But at least he's busy. And inside the tent, you know, people like Mountbatten.
Kicking him out makes economic sense and shows we're tough. And who knows, it might just buy us some good headlines.
Man, what in the world, dude? I feel like all they do is just put blame on everybody. It's like, solve the problems, man. But I don't know. I'm not a politician. I'm not in government. But that's what it seems like. Last time they was going to push it off on the Queen. Now they're going to push it off on Mountbatten. Like, dude, are you serious? It's like, take responsibility for what you've done. Try and do the things that you need to do to reverse this. Now, if it's for real, that he's the problem in which you need to take care of so that you can make the money, then yeah. But it just sounds like they're just trying to shift blame onto him so that they could get out of the public eye. Man, what the heck?
The Treasury has been conducting a wide-ranging review of defense spending.
And before you go any further.
Hey! I thought I noticed him. Freaking Tywin, bro.
one of which is to your post of Chief of the Defense Staff.
What? You kicking me out?
Well, no, sir. I'm thanking you on behalf of the government, on behalf of the armed forces, on behalf of the whole country for your many years of remarkable service.
You are. You're kicking me out. Well, there we are.
Dang, he had nothing to say. He just said, okay, all right. And he just like, okay, all right. Dang.
That a man of Lord Mountbatten's achievements should be told by a man who's achieved what? Nothing. Broken his promises, crippled the economy, run this great country into the ground.
I guess that didn't help him out. More detrimental. Bro, he got a bit old, didn't he? Shoot. Dang, it's so crazy that you could fire somebody with all that standing so much, so quickly. But I guess you can. Brother just came in and said, you're out. And he was like, okay, I'm out. And they left. Jeez. Bro got a dog and his scotch right next to him, man. Just chilling.
Pens down, you Majesty.
10 minutes to Newmarket.
She's such a good actress, man, to think that she started as a comedian, man. And a lot of people give hate to comedians, but it seems like comedians might be some of the finest dramatic actors that there are.
What are we doing wrong in Portugal? We used to be at the top. Now we barely compete.
It's possible that the system set up by your late father is now a little
Obsolete.
and might need
Kicking out, throwing on the dusty.
Who you talking about, bro?
travel around the world and catch up with all the latest developments.
I can't just do that. In case you haven't noticed, I have a job to do.
There are experienced people who are able to deputise for you in your absence.
Hey, she gonna go on a trip around the world, trying to learn how to do the best.
And I'm afraid that now we have no alternative but to devalue the pound.
Oh, it feels like a bad time to say that I won't be here for our meeting next week.
Bro, she didn't listen to anything he said, man. That's funny. She didn't listen to anything he said. She was paying attention about them horses. She wanted horses.
Cabinet took its unanimous decision to devalue the pound. The burden of the deficit that the previous government left us with. But now is not the time to attribute blame.
Yeah, that's what they keep doing, passing blame.
Now we must choose to put Britain first.
I think that's kind of like America. What they always talk about domestic, because that increases our value, dollar value. But yeah, I don't know. I have no clue about any of that stuff. I don't even know how you could devalue your own dollar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Who will join me with our sick beneath the awnings?
What is this? What does this mean? He gonna run for prime minister. Nah, I don't know.
Country needs great men more than ever to restore confidence, inspire us, and we've been working on a proposal which we'd very much like to put to you.
He might be running for prime minister. Dang.
If I'm not mistaken, this one.
Oh, gosh, yes. My grandfather's one of his favourites.
Nice temperament, warm-blooded, not too skittish.
Is that the same Porty? I think so.
The best British racehorses to America. You have to ask yourself, why?
You don't think I should go there too?
Well, obviously, from a racing perspective, it would be ideal.
He going again. Yeah, she's like, I'm out. I want to do going to America. Look at some of these doggone horses. She having fun now. Dang, just thinking about last episode. Do they even think about writing checks, paying money? Just jump in and fly. Go.
At this point, I should close my ears. Minister, what you're talking about is effectively a coup. And I can have nothing whatsoever to do with it.
In peacetime, it's true, an intervention like this would be unconstitutional. But we believe this is no longer peacetime.
Wilson and his socialist colleagues have devised a plan. Plan Brutus, which would strip the Bank of England of all its powers.
The Bank of England has known about gold pouring out of the country since Monday and has done nothing to stop it.
What is our response?
The imposition of exchange controls.
It is an effective declaration of war on freedom, democracy, and capitalism.
Yeah, it is. They're going to seize all the money of the banks?
We are proposing a radical revolution led by bankers, businessmen, and the armed forces. Professionals who can save us from amateurism, incompetence, and Russian infiltration. And as our interim leader, we can think of no one better than you, sir.
May I suggest that we meet again in 48 hours?
That's tough, dude. They just trust him with all this information, too, because not only for the government, but for their side, he could turn state on them.
A lot of imported foodstuffs will cost more, around £3 a pound more for beef.
That's crazy, dude. I don't know nothing about political science, and it looks like he's got to do some studying, trying to figure out how he can be able to hold the pound or whatever, or do whatever they're trying to do.
They're testing for minerals, sulfur, calcium. Correct nutrition is vital now when it comes to bone strength and bone formation in the foals we're raising.
Testing the poop.
All the airports will close the flights in and out.
Oh, wait a second. And he has already been part of a coup or a regime change, right? When he was a kid. Or at least like a young adult. Because Dickie is the stepfather, or adopted father of Philip.
And their willingness to embrace new ideas. The Americans aren't just on a different level, they're on a different planet.
If we're going to gain the edge, there's still a lot to learn from the Americans.
Fortunately, how much longer is that going to take?
Well,
what job is he supposed to be doing now? I guess I always assumed he was doing the jobs he's talking about. But I don't know what jobs he's talking about to be able to do whatever job that they're talking about. So it's a bit more confusing for me on this one. But I knew there's a coup going down. They've been overthrow the government. It ain't gonna go through though, I bet. It ain't gonna work.
Prime Minister will be arrested, of course, along with other politicians still loyal. Curfews will be put in place, martial law declared.
Dang.
I haven't even mentioned the police. It would take tens of thousands of unquestioningly loyal servicemen.
Oh my God.
And even in my heyday, I could never command that. Which is why, gentlemen, a coup d'etat in the United Kingdom doesn't stand a chance.
Man, he gave him a lesson though.
Unless we have the support of the one person not yet mentioned.
The Queen. The Queen. Ha ha.
Our Queen could dissolve Parliament. They swear allegiance to her and not to Parliament. So could count on their support to see it through.
Oh, man. She got a lot more power than we always say she does. She can overthrow Parliament. She commands the armies.
Might entertain this idea.
The circumstances are certainly compelling. And as her second cousin, I am in an ideal position to ask.
Dang. She got a lot more power than what we always think, man. She could dissolve the government, replace a new one. She has command of the army. They swear their allegiance to her.
It managed to be one of the most enjoyable days of my life. And at the same time, one of the most depressing. And I actually think it's what I was born to do. Until the other thing came along. That someone else was born to do. That they elected not to do. And on days like today, in places like this, in company like this, you get a glimpse of what it all might have been like.
Yeah. So that's the greatest day, but also the worst day. Ah.
To grovel now.
No, it's all right. He'll understand. So sorry, Your Majesty.
Yes, all right. I'm coming. Honestly, only Dickie.
She said, doggone. Freaking Dickie, man. And his bull crap. But this seriousness. He feel the same way, huh? He still got that spark for her. If that is him. I think it is, though. Just, I feel like he don't look as old as him.
I have reason to believe there is currently a full-blown plot developing against me and the democratically elected Labour government that governs in your name, being led by a senior member of your family.
Who?
Dickie.
Lord Mountbatten, in cahoots with Cecil King, the chairman of the Mirror Group newspapers, has been attempting to overthrow this government.
Oh!
But if members of the royal family were to interfere with the political business of the day, I would be left with no option but to side with the Republican elements of my cabinet.
He levying threats. He levying threats.
Leave it with me, Prime Minister.
Dang, Dickie would have been there first. But he wasn't. Prime Minister got to her. Who's she gonna side with? Probably the government, because she 100 on that. She like, this needs to happen. But, what if she needs to hear the other side first, right? To dissolve the government? Oh, boy. That's tough, because this is serious business. They're trying to overthrow the government. Bringing her second cousin is trying to overthrow the government, man. That's insane. Now she has to do what she's got to do. She went from having joy to knowing what's got to be done.
We're going home.
Duty calls. Yeah, because this is real serious business. Overthrowing the government? Ooh, man. Now she gonna have to chastise this dude. Like she chastised the former prime minister. She looking mad too.
Your Majesty, you asked to see me. As it happens, I was planning to drop by myself on a matter of great importance.
Yeah. She know.
Is it even true?
To meet and listen to people who are horrified by what's happening to the country. A horror I hope you share.
Perhaps. But conspiring with them is not the solution.
It is the beginning of a solution. Why are you doing this? Why would you protect a man like Wilson?
I am protecting the Prime Minister. I am protecting the Constitution. I am protecting democracy.
But if the man at the heart of that democracy threatens to destroy it, are we supposed to just stand by and do nothing?
Yes, and wait for the people that voted him in to vote him out again, if indeed that is what they decide to do.
Man, that's tough though. Woo. That's tough. I mean, it's true, right? That's true, but it's tough. That's tough.
A father figure to my husband, an uncle and a guide to me, a king to make in Charles. That would be a greater service to the crown than leading unconstitutional coups.
You gotta make Charles into a king. But Charles ain't ever gonna, well, I mean, maybe he will. I don't know. Dang, because he was literally talking about a real coup. Like, talking about for real, overthrowing the government. For real, using an army in that capacity. Man. That's insane.
Nice of you to find the time.
Oh,
These
dang,
days,
she's still
I've
there.
nothing but time.
When it dawned on me that I was no longer a participant, rather a spectator.
I've discovered that for myself.
And not getting in the way. I hear you have been getting in the way.
Who told you that?
There are no secrets in this place. Did you get a dressing down from our doubtful queen?
Yes, I did. Oh, what's so funny?
Well, that's funny. Our family might have kings and queens in its ranks, but we're mongrels too. Part German, part Greek, part nowhere at all.
This is my country. Gave me a home, gave me a name. And in return, I've given it my life. And to see it like this breaks my heart.
Home is where you make it, man. I guess home is where you embrace. He a nomad. But he said this is his home. It's like the water boy. Oh, my.
The trip was supposed to be a week. You were gone almost a month.
Yes.
With Porchy?
Yes.
Oh, that's so old school Porchy.
Was that fun?
Oh, he jealous.
We went on racing business. If you
was
have
Porchy.
something to say it now. Otherwise, if you don't mind, I'm busy.
I've heard you've appointed him as your racing manager.
I have.
Which means he'll be around all the time.
Yes, with any luck.
Good for you.
Good for all of us.
Yeah, that's Porchy. That's Porchy, all right there. Jealousy. Jealousy. Hey, you go over there and give her a kiss. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Get her. Get her, dog. Get her. Let her know.
I heard about Dickie. A coup.
Yes, can you believe it?
It must be hard getting old.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do. Get over there, bro.
I'll be up in a minute.
Oh,
will you?
Oh.
Yes, I thought so.
Oh.
Unless you'd rather I wasn't.
Oh.
I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, take a little jealousy. Get it going there. They get that fire burning. Hey, look at her. Look at her smiling. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Hey, that's good, man. That's good. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Dang. I sure was wondering, man. I don't know. It just didn't look like Porchy was just as old as him, man. Maybe he just got that young face. You know, he did have a young face in the other one. So I wasn't sure that was Porchy. Or if that was like Porchy the Third, because Daddy called Porchy too. But it was. He was a little bit jealous there, wasn't he? Hey, but Philip, man, he asserted himself. And when he asserted himself, she's like, oh yeah, it's going all the way down. Hey, that's so good, man. That's so good, dude. But a doggone coup, huh? And a real G coup, too. She's like, I mean, I don't know, because they was talking about art. I was good. I was studying. He was studying every coup that happened. Dickie's smart, man. And then he's like, the only way is because we got one person that has the power to do whatever it is that needs to be done. She wasn't even having none of that. And I guess, in reality, she's true. I mean, the queen knows what she's supposed to do. She said, you sit back and do nothing until the people who elect him don't elect him again. Man, but that's such a hard thing when you see somebody destroying the country that you love. But you have to let the people that are there make those decisions. When you think some of these people ain't even like mentally capable of making these decisions, but they have to make these decisions, or they are given the chance to make these decisions, man, it can be scary. Jeez. It's crazy to watch this, and see what's happening over there. And it almost equates just the same over in America, man. That's crazy. Good episode. Yep. It's funny because it talks about how she thought she was supposed to be this, but she's really supposed to be that, And just this episode kind of highlighted the joy she could have as the racehorse manager. But even though there's so much joy and so much fulfillment in that, but her real job is to dress down these folks, man. Give a good talking to these folks, because she looks like she was actually born to do this, Yeah. Anyway, great episode, man. I'll see y'all guys in the next one.